film studio that we have chosen to talk about is Walt Disney Pictures, as they are one of the largest and successful media conglomerates in the film industry, worth $81 billion. They are classified as one of Hollywood's big six film studios. Disney owned many other companies and also created a theme park called Disneyland. Walt Disney Pictures was founded in 1923, which at the time was called Disney Brothers Cartoon Studio. This was by a filmmaker called Walt Disney and his brother Roy Disney. The creation of Mickey Mouse and a series of short films was introduced in 1926, and from this the company changed their name to Walt Disney Studio, but settled with the name Walt Disney Pictures in 1983. Over the years, Disney have produced many successful films. Walt Disney Pictures are famous for producing Mary Poppins, Beauty and the Beast, Up and Toy Story 3. However, some famous films they are well known for releasing are Frozen, The Lion King, Tangled, Finding Nemo and Aladdin. All of these films are extremely successful and have a large range of merchandise. Many of the films produced by Walt Disney Pictures have been successful over the years, but I have chosen the top 5 box office sales of all time, which are Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, Toy Story 3, Frozen, Finding Nemo and Alice in Wonderland 2010. The major media conglomerates that Disney face are Viacom, Time Warner, 21st Century Fox, CBS and Comcast. These companies compete with producing or distributing theatrical or television films, exploiting products in the home entertainment market, providing paid television programming services and sponsoring live theatre. They also compete to obtain creative and performing talent, story properties, advisor support and broadcast rights. For the media networks of Disney, they compete for viewers mainly with other television and cable networks, independent television stations, and other media such as DVD and Blu-ray formats, video games and the internet.
Walt Disney, their conglomerate, and Walt Disney are horizontally and vertically integrated. They're vertically integrated because they own more than one of 3 stages of production. They own production companies to make the product, Pixar and Disney Pictures for example. They also own their own distribution company called Disney Media Distribution, which supplies 30,000 hours of content over 1,300 broadcasters worldwide. Finally, they own the exhibition stage as they own their own Disney TV channel to show the content that they make. They're also horizontally integrated because they own a string of companies that aren't just in one field, so they can benefit from the income from various markets. They have 4 basic areas of ways to make money. They are film, television, theme parks/resorts and products. Walt Disney is a very successful conglomerate. In terms of revenue, it's the world's largest conglomerate, earning $48 billion in 2014. Just less than half of their revenue comes from TV and films, and just over 30% comes from theme parks. The pros of having a few media conglomerates owning the majority of the media are that TV shows and other means of media are controlled by ratings and public opinion. So if the public likes something, they watch it and it'll stay. Or if they don't like something, it will get bad ratings and it's gone. So the public do have a small say in what comes on and off TV. Also, conglomerates owning so many companies can actually be beneficial for the consumer. We can now use one company, for example Sony, for a range of services. These can be from the TV they make to mobile phone companies and car parts, so the consumer can buy a variation of products without moving to a different company, and they can pay for them all together. Another is the fact that these media conglomerates own numerous TV stations, radio stations and publishing companies, etc. So despite there only being a few media conglomerates, there's actually a widespread way that people can receive their information. On the reverse of this, the cons are that 232 media executives are in control of the information that gets fed to 277 million Americans. Also, what we get might be considered as generic TV because it's all made by the 6 same companies. The 6 major studios will have a style that they stick to, and the content we receive will reflect this, making it seem like everything's kind of the same. Also nowadays, companies are just concerned about the profit they make and aren't 100% focused on the fact that a lot of people will watch and read what they put out there, and the content they produce may be centred around one area or topic and there isn't a variation.
Throughout the years of filmmaking, constant new technology improvements have been made. A big factor of Disney's are the animations of the characters. They have developed a lot and have become more modern and realistic to fit in with our time. There is now a bigger variety of formats to watch Disney on, such as DVD and Blu-ray, channel on demand and the internet, which has improved the consumption of viewers. Other technical developments are IMAX, high-resolution pixels, and also a higher frame rate at 40 frames per second, which has been used in The Hobbit.
The future for television is ever-changing, with more and more futuristic gadgets being invented. For example, the Heya modular TV tells you where to sit and also tells you if you're sitting too close, advising you on the optimal viewing position. As well as this, there's talks on a laser projector which you can use to project your show or film onto a wall, so you wouldn't even need to have a TV to watch it. The Samsung Flex phone is another futuristic piece of technology which you will be able to roll, despite it having an 18-inch LCD panel. I also think that the more and more people are going to be using streaming services like Netflix to watch TV. And because of this demand, more games consoles will provide this service, just like PS3 and 4 already do. The BBC is a public service broadcaster, which means it's funded by the public and it broadcasts TV for the benefit of the public rather than for advertising purposes. The BBC are funded by the public paying TV licences through their taxes, which is £145.50 annually. Part of this money goes to the TV section of the company and part goes to radio. The BBC are partly regulated by Ofcom. They have a say when it comes to the BBC's TV and radio services that are aimed at a UK audience. Their broadcasting code applies in these areas: protection of under 18s, harm and defence, showing crime in an inappropriate way, showing images that are explicit inappropriate for more than a brief duration, fairness, privacy, and religious content being approached responsibly. If the BBC breach any of Ofcom's rules in a way that's considered seriously, deliberately, repeatedly or recklessly, then they have the right to impose a sanction, for making the channel broadcast a correction or a fine of up to £250,000. The BBC are successful, making over £5 billion last year and being worth up to £7 billion. As long as they're funded by the TV licence, they will carry on with their success. A recent Daily Mail report says that the BBC have been receiving a lot of complaints about Top Gear presenter Jeremy Clarkson, which has led to him being suspended from his position. Ofcom had previously had to censor the programme in July 2014 because of Jeremy's derogatory terminology. They've also received complaints from BBC4 radio listeners due to them issuing a fake weather report on a fictional town near Birmingham. Listeners complain the fake map and report insulted their intelligence and they don't want to hear this nonsense. The new Poldark series has also brought in some complaints, with viewers saying the scar on Captain Ross Poldark's face looks like mascara, taking to Twitter to voice their opinions. It was also mentioned that other characters' makeup looks too modern and there is a lack of Cornish accents.
In Britain, the public pay an annual fee of £145.50 for colour and £49 for black and white TV to watch or record live TV broadcasting, which is called a TV licence. The TV licence finances online radio and television services of the British Broadcasting Corporation, also known as the BBC. The purpose of the fee is to provide a vital press service and also enables them to pay staff. The BBC aims to inform, educate and entertain. Researchers found that people are debating for and also against the licence fee. Firstly, an advantage of the licence fee: it financially funds the operations of the BBC. This annual fee makes the cooperation more productive and it allows the BBC to provide quality content and also enhances access to quality information, as the BBC aims to not make a profit whereas commercial channels do. Moving on to the disadvantages of the TV licence. The fee is seen as uneconomical. It has been said that the annual rate is too high and coupled with a higher cost of living and should be brought down to cater for people who can't afford it. Some of the public have in fact been charged with a criminal offence for not paying the fee, which delivers a fine of £1,000. A lot of people disagree with the licence fee, as not everyone watches the BBC channels and it is seen as paying for something you don't use, which is a waste of money. Another disadvantage to the fee would be the fact that all of the programmes broadcasted are available for free on BBC iPlayer. The alternatives for the TV licence would be to ban it altogether and make the BBC into a commercial channel. Another theory, which is from The Guardian, would be to split the licence fee with ITV, as they air almost the same programmes and feel like they should get a percentage of the funding shares. This way, the funding could be more optional to the public. This research has been gathered from an online article called Ground Report TV. In my opinion, I think that the licence fee is far too expensive at £145.50, as a lot of people won't be able to afford this much money for a channel they might not even watch. Also, I think it's unfair how all of the other channels are commercial, so make money from adverts instead of the public, but yet still provide the same quality programmes as the BBC. I think that this should apply to the BBC, especially when they are broadcasting very similar programmes to ITV. The BBC compete with other channels such as CNN, Fox News, Sky News, as well as all the other commercial channels. The BBC rival with ITV the most, as the programmes are very similar to each other. The Guardian quotes, "ITV have accused the BBC of copycatting The X Factor as the voice is basically the same show. This is the same with Strictly Come Dancing and Dancing on Ice." And also Dr. Foster and Doc Martin. The quote from the Daily Mail, "Suran Jones stars in a new BBC medical drama to rival ITV's Doc Martin, proves that these two dramas will be competing for viewing figures." Since the BBC began, new technology developments have been introduced continuously over the years. Recently, new channels have been created and BBC iPlayer has been introduced. They have also created apps for phones so you can use or watch the BBC wherever you go. Another recent development is to get rid of BBC Three. However, it will still be available online. This has changed the way we watch the BBC, as we now have a choice of what type of format we would like to watch it on. This is a good new technology development, as we can catch up on programmes we may have missed when they were live broadcasted. There are a lot of new technical developments in line for the future of TV, in which some are already out, such as the curved TV. This gives you a more surrounding experience, a 3D TV, which creates the illusion of depth in an image, and 4K TV, which gives an ultra high resolution picture 4 times more than the normal HD TV. Another development is that apps have been made so you can record programmes on your TV from your phone. The future of television is becoming more expansive to the point where we eventually won't have to do anything but speak to the TV. Xbox One already has this interactive feature, which also has a sensor tracking. Developments of the holographic TV is said to be apparent within the next 10 years.